Welcome, everyone, to Trekking Across the Universe. It's one of those nights that I feel like there are magnetic storms up in the upper atmosphere because two of our co-hosts are having major problems getting into this show. So they were here a minute ago, and now they're gone. So that is not fun. But welcome, everyone, to our House of the Dragon chit-chat review. Glad to see you here. We got a couple people in the chat room. Like Roger says, please let us know who you are and where you hail from. Hopefully we got some of our people from last year back in, but I'm not sure. But anybody? But I'm going to give them about another minute to get back in, and I'm just going to... Okay, I'm going to go and just go a little bit of a review for what else we've got coming on in the next couple of weeks with guests. So I'm going to go ahead and talk that. We have a singer hailing from New Jersey. He is Tanner Grigoli. He will be with us on 24th of June. That's a week from today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And then on the 28th of June, which is a Friday at 9 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Alexander Baxter and Austin Trapp. They are from Canada. They are going to be doing a haunted house horror play live, and it's going to be very interesting. They're going to be talking about that, plus their careers. So hopefully that will work out. And I'm still hoping. But anyway, so Hope, are you interested in trying to come on with us, or did you want to just stay in the chat room? Okay, well, Greg is back. Roger disappeared. So it's going to be, I guess it's going to be us for right now, Greg. So this will be probably a short discussion.
Well, I don't know what was going on. If we were all having computer problems, even before I was on the network and connected to StreamYard, I was having problems.
Well, so was Roger. I mean, it makes no sense.
So I have no idea what was going on. Obviously, I didn't get to gel my hair.
Well, no, but I mean, it looks good, from what we're talking about. The chaos and everything else that's going on in King's Landing. So
yes,
that works out. So, Greg, any overall thoughts of the first episode of the second season, or?
Well, considering the last season, I'm glad they spent a few bucks and it looked a lot better than the first season did. So hopefully they got a boost to their budget, or they spent all their money on the first episode.
Yeah, and they had dragons and a whole bunch of...
Yes, they had dragons, and I especially loved the docking bay at Dragonstone.
Oh yeah.
When the princess flew into, it's like the long shot showed the dragon landing on the mountainside, and then they switched to inside, and there was like a platform for them to dismount and mount the dragon. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It looks like like a Zeppelin would come in there or something.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that because that was near the beginning, if I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, but yeah, that was cool. I just kind of spaced it. I was just kind of going, oh, it's back, yay! So I was just happy it was back.
But I'm still having trouble keeping track of everybody's names.
Oh, me too. And I'm sorry. I thought I would be better because it seems like most of the cast is the same.
Yes.
But no, I was having troubles too. I usually have troubles anyway, so it's not a it's not a big deal that I can't remember what people look like, and unless I've seen them 20 times and have had them on our show, so I recognize them.
Yes.
But that's not.
It was good to see a little bit of everything. It was good to see the wall.
I did enjoy, and they seem to up that from Game of Thrones.
Well, then, it's older.
Well, it's older, and I guess that might be why.
So, or actually, it would have been newer, maybe better maintained.
Yeah, maybe.
Obviously, the one thing they didn't indicate in Game of Thrones was that the Starks fortified Castle Black during winter months.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that was nice to see. So anytime they show the North or Dragonstone or anywhere other than King's Landing, I tend to enjoy the scenery.
According to Hope, she said StreamYard is having an outage, so that could be why we're having a lot of problems. Roger.
Yeah, mine was acting like there was something in the background.
Interesting.
Going on.
By the way, Hope, I think it's been about 1.5 years, 2 years. Great seeing you again.
Okay, let me pull up her comment here because I know you still having troubles with comments, Roger.
Actually, I think I see everything. I'm on my iPad. That's why it looks very odd. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You guys hear an echo?
Exactly.
Well, it looks like you're in the ready room of the Dragon's Lair.
Actually, it's an odd view of the.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Nice ceiling.
Yeah, it's a garage ceiling. I have my cup. I have my Targaryen. Anyway, when Rhaenyra dismounted Melvs, when Daemon told her to get back on the dragon, if only you were the king. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I mentioned that as like one of my favorite scenes because it made me think of something where an airship could fly in and dock.
Yeah, we were talking about the Dragon's Lair thing. So
yeah, I wanted to go to
yes.
that one. I love that line as well. I forget what my notes were on it, but okay, thank you for the no echo. All right, folks, we have quite a few people watching us. Why don't you let us know who you are and where you hail from? And hey, let's get to it. Guys, go ahead and continue. I want to find my notes because I did it on OneNote this time.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, just my overall impression. I mean, as I said, I was very excited to have it back again. I just kind of vegged looking at everything. I should have taken notes, but I did not. But
you're okay.
Yeah.
Greg, I'm not sure if I told you, but well, no, I didn't. I told Michael that I started writing as I normally do, and all I wrote was recap. And then I'm like 20 minutes in, I'm like, whoa! I was just enjoying it. How many times have you seen it?
I've just seen it the once. We actually just watched it. We started it like right after dinner, so probably like 6:30. So that was our first watch of it. I mean, overall, for House of the Dragon, I thought it was a really strong episode.
Yes.
It still doesn't. I mean, I don't know what they lost, but I mean, after the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, it seemed like there was a lot of corners getting cut, and it was just not as grand. But this first episode was pretty grand. I was glad to actually see people and things because last season, I swear they were filming it in a dark room, literally.
You sound like Gina.
Yeah. Well, Well, that was ridiculous because that was a cartoon we were talking about, and there was no excuse. It's not like they didn't have a lot of detail in their sets to hide or anything. 3 times.
Three
Wow.
times. I actually
You should be in here
watching it.
instead of me.
I finished watching. Hope, hey, you're more than welcome to join us. We talked about
I asked her, and she said she'd just be a fly on the wall. I've already asked her, Roger.
Oh, I saw that comment. Okay, fair enough. On my notes, it was Rhaenys blows off Prince Daemon.
I love
But-
that. That was.
Yes.
I mean, her and her husband are my 2 favorite characters on the show anyway.
Oh, you know what? I haven't established a favorite character. I'm gonna have to think about that. I wrote down that she stands for Rhaenyra and her wanting proof. Remember, she says that she found out via Raven. So she's like, Daemon, back the F off. Okay. I know you're a guy.
That was interesting. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, guys, read in between the lines. She said, you're a guy. You don't get this. You didn't give birth. I know it's a little sexist maybe, and knowing that I never did such a thing, but I got the undertone where she was like, dude, back off and don't light into me because I've been flying for 100 miles, you moron. Get your head out of your butt. But then Daemon gets a little snotty with her. He says, well, you know what? We're doing this because you blew your chance. You know, you had the high towers right there and you did nothing. And she just looks at him again. He's like, you, Daemon, you are a tool. You are a weapon. You don't think. And I did enjoy that scene. You're right, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I just wanted to let everybody know I just heard from Jesse. He got stuck in a meeting tonight, but he said he will join us next week. So.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'm really cool with that. Guys, let's give a little credit where credit is due. Please help me out on this. I know we already started, but A Son for a Son. It debuted yesterday on June 16, 2024. It has a runtime of 59 minutes. Of course, this story, House of the Dragon, is based on Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. Tonight's episode, if you look on IMDb, there's some question as to who wrote it, but maybe they meant it as a season stuff. But no matter what, the credits were written for television. I hadn't seen that one in a while. It's because it says screenplay, written by, story by, right? I had not seen this one in a long time. Written for television by Ryan J. Condal. And I'm sorry, Ryan, if I got it wrong. Directed by Alan Taylor. And, of course, the music by Ramin Djawadi. Let's see. What does Hope say?
Oh, wow. I didn't bring my glasses upstairs.
Michael, do you want to read it or shall I?
Yeah, I'll read it. It wasn't her war to wage, is what she told them last time they told her that in season 1. She could have ended it right there. They're going to throw that in her face till she dies.
Yes.
Dad, she is a woman who is tortured by the death of her kids and her husband's lust for a higher power than he is bestowed. And I can't ever say these names.
I love Rhaenys.
I love Rhaenys. She is definitely the smarter character by far.
You know, Hope, I would agree with that. I mean, Corlys is good too. They make a wonderful pair, by the way. But
I was glad he didn't die in last season.
Oh, no kidding, man. That comment, Hope, yeah, they're gonna make her pay. Yeah, that is a bummer. That is, but it was a wonderful scene. I don't know if you guys. There's actually some articles I'm going to put up. Hopefully, if I can get access to the chat room. But I have quite a bit, guys. I'm going to be a little stuck up little kid right now, and I'm going to show you the different view. How do I? Can I switch the
it's
camera?
Different on
a
Chrome.
Actually, I'm on my iPad Safari.
Oh, your iPad.
I'm really
okay.
Happy. I'm feeling very self-conscious right now. Can you tell? I'm sorry. So, anyway,
We see you.
Are you
I
talking
had-
about? I'm not even going to say it on air. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
extra taco.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm having spaghetti. Folks, I'm lucky. I'm having spaghetti to celebrate. Oh, the angle's bad. Spaghetti to start off. And I had to get some blood wine. Oh, sorry. I mean wine for the program.
Mm.
What
I'm
did you
expecting
go
Aisha to
No.
pop in any minute now.
Hope, you are a saint, woman. I'm having Martinelli's.
Ooh,
You look fine. Yeah, just do what I
I'm
do.
sipping on
Okay.
the Glenlivet.
Aye, lad. Aye. What did you guys think of the new intro? There was lots of stitching on it.
You know,
Oh, I skipped
that was interesting. I mean, I did not expect that. And I went, I wonder who came up with that. I just thought that was very clever.
I skipped it because I was expecting the boring blood again.
I've learned that from season to season, some programs will change, and I was expecting. You're right, Greg. I wanted to see if it was going to be the same, and no, they changed it, which was interesting.
Oh,
And
I'll have to look for it next week.
Yeah. Did the titles change in season 1? No, huh?
Yes, they did.
They did change.
They
I
did.
did not know that.
If they changed it, the map changed several times during the season, especially if they changed what cities they were focusing on.
That's Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones, yes.
House of the Dragon was
House of the
blood.
Dragon, I think it was all the same.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I actually loved the intro to Game of Thrones.
Oh, I did too. That's what got
Oh,
me
I
hooked
know, that
on
was
watching it in the
awesome.
first place.
I
was
loved
ready
it.
to turn it off after the opening scene of Game of Thrones until I saw that opening. And that I went, this is cool. I'm going to give this a chance.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to give Apple thanks because my iPad is working because Chrome, Firefox, and the Microsoft one just did not work today. So I'm just really
Wow.
happy to be here. Yeah, it's crazy.
I had to reboot, but Chrome seems to be behaving now. My whole laptop was acting off.
No, I'm getting attitude from my computer, so I don't know what it is. But Hope says
wonder
they're
if there's
showing more
something out.
players in the preview, just like they're mentioning new players in the episode itself. When Aemon walks in a small council, Aegon was talking about something with the Greyjoy. I had captions on, which is why I noticed it. Oh, okay. I did not have captions on.
No, I didn't
really
either.
appreciate
I
it.
probably need to do that.
You know what? I may have to do it on the second run because I think it'll take away from the first run. But I did catch the prophecy this time. So I'm like, rats? Like, oh, wait. Helena has spoken. So something's going to happen with rats. And even up until the very end, I didn't get it. Now, do you guys know the name of the two characters? I know I'm jumping way ahead.
What, the rat characters?
The rat characters, yeah. Do you know who?
The
What they
rat
know?
catcher
Hope.
and the assassin.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Hope. I know Hope knows this one. But anyone in the chat room, if you guys want to go in and answer, I saw it on a review somewhere else. I'm surprised they haven't caught on that she is a seer. Yes, I know. Yes, it's. I don't get it. Cheese and blood. Those are two characters, and you can imagine who Cheese
in the
is.
episode.
That's their actual. No, we don't know. They don't. They're not mentioned. But in the credits, they're forever known now as Cheese and Blood. Cheese being the rat catcher, and Blood being the one that was doing it. And you know, folks, I had the scene set up again. I know we're jumping way ahead, but the internet is talking about what happened at the very end of the episode. I don't know if you guys were traumatized by that, if you were affected by it. I'm telling you guys, I was still more affected by Terminator 3 when the Terminatrix walks in and she pushes William back to the ground and she just unloads on him. I genuinely flinched in the theater watching that. I did not flinch right here, but you guys know what happened, right? What
They
Blood
were.
did?
I think they handled it a little bit sensitively, because there's been stuff they've gotten the Game of Thrones and last season did get some criticism for some stuff. So I mean, I think they handled it sensitively, and also the actor was really, really young. I don't think it would have worked with like a dummy or anything.
I mean,
So,
we are talking about something that we never see on television and movies. Remember, one of the big themes in Harry Potter, the fourth movie, when Voldemort has him like standing up or something pinned, where he, I think, cuts him. Harry's a child, and we saw that on television, a child being hurt. That was something that was not only scary, but stuff that's not done in the movies. Not unlike what happened in Terminator 3. And in this one, we see them cover up his mouth and he's screaming. And then they cut away. But do you guys know what they did to him?
they beheaded the 4-year-old.
They beheaded him. I didn't know that. I just thought they sliced him to pieces or cut him up. I had no
Somebody
idea.
said something about get his head or something earlier. That he was going to take his head.
Okay.
And it kind of sounded messy, whatever they were doing. So, I mean, that poor girl, she's going to be more messed up than she already is.
No kidding. Mike, would you check out Hope's comments?
Oh, I missed that one. Okay, sorry.
No, it just came up right now.
They are setting us for the Queen, casting Damon away from her for the next episode. Now she will be known as the Queen who had this innocent child murdered. Damon is in the doghouse next episode. He pissed off the Queen. They beheaded him.
Well, yeah. Now, do they know it's Damon though? Or wait a minute. Let me see if I understand.
Well, they were after the kid's uncle,
right? And someone else to do the job of the adult. Things are gonna.
Yeah,
happen.
because that's who I thought they were going to get rid of, and it was like, wait a minute, how'd this start?
Well, it's
skin slicing and bones. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like.
It did. Yeah, she knows it was Damon. She said he failed her. Okay, that's
assuming people sound like livestock.
Rhaenyra, right?
Yeah.
Rhaenyra is saying that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I kind of missed. So she's going to send him away, which is not the first time. Okay.
No, it's not. Yeah,
Okay.
she can't trust him anymore, she told him.
Now, I did appreciate how they went to Winterfell at the very beginning of the episode. And what was cool about Winterfell was they were talking about some backstory because the Ravens or the Crows hadn't arrived yet. So it felt good seeing the buildings, seeing the vibe, hearing the music. It was cool. I got to say it was a flashback. I'm not going to say it was like getting back on the Bridge of the Enterprise, but it's Winterfell. It felt good. And I appreciate what they said. 1 in 10 men was offered at the commencement of winter to man the wall. Not a sentence, but an honor, a duty. The North must stand ready. There's a few other words that were in there, and I did not get. I did appreciate that, yes. Obviously, we're talking about something that happens in the future. Lord Kragan answers the call. He says, we're going to honor our oath to King Viserys, who is gone. We get it, yes. And he was talking about Alicent, Hightower, and Viserys were standing right where you're standing, Jace. Not too long ago, they were here. And I have to tell you that the dragons did not go beyond the wall.
That caught I went, they didn't. But then in Game of Thrones, one of them, they got them and they took them across and turned them into the...
Well, originally the wall had enchantments.
Oh, really?
On it, yes.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so I guess these dragons would know. And Michael, here's the thing. in Game of Thrones, they're youngins.
Well, that's true. They
The
are.
youngins don't know death and fear. The older dragons are like, I'm not playing there, homie.
No.
They know.
Well, the other thing that caught me is when the two of them were talking when they're going up the elevator, they made a comment about, well, what's so bad over here? I just see this, I can't remember what they're called, the kids,
Wildlings.
the wildlings. And he goes, oh no, there's something else.
Yeah, he does. He actually says it. He says, what is it? Death.
Yeah.
And I believe it was at that moment after they committed, he says, I've got 2,000 graybeards committed. And the crow arrives, or the message arrives.
Mm-hmm.
And Cregan is like, dude, this is you. And it was absolutely horrible to learn of the passing of his brother. It was at Dragonstone, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Hope will get it. I'm not questioning you two gentlemen, but
Hope's seen it 3 times. I mean,
that was probably what the Raven brought to the wall.
Yes.
Or the Maester, brought up to them. But when he saw his mother for the first time and broke down, that was a Dragonstone. After that.
Oh, darn it. Okay, right. Where did Jace pass away? I'm sorry, what was the question, Mike? Sorry, Hope. And at least you have your priorities straight, Queen Hope. Where did he buy it? In
somewhere between the Riverlands and Harrenhal.
It wasn't. Yeah, I forget.
Uh-oh.
Have the scene where Rhaenys blows off.
Because she sent Luke and Jace in 2 different directions to
You still hear me, Michael? Storm ends.
Yeah, you keep coming in and out, Roger, just so you know. So.
All right, please let me know. I don't want to annoy the audience any more than I normally do. Right after that, Storm ends. Thank you, Hope. Told you. Rhaenyra is looking for proof. She's checking everything out. She doesn't want to hear it from a crow. She wants something. And then we switch to a wonderful scene where Lord Corlys is still recovering, and he goes to see his ship. The Enterprise. I'm sorry, not the Enterprise, but his ship. I'm stupid. And they're working on the ship. He says, "We got to get out to sea. Hey, sir, it's gonna take a while yet. But by the way, sir, this is from the Smithies, the work." And then, of course, it was the gift for the nephew, right? Yeah, that was a little bit of a bummer. He said, "I'm sorry." And then he acknowledged, he said, "You're the one that pulled me out of the water, wasn't it?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yes." And he says, "I am in your debt." And how does he acknowledge it? You guys remember exactly? I took it as he looked at him straight on, said, "Okay, I got you, brother. We'll collect one day, but not today." It was that sort of an acknowledgement. It was, yeah. Alan gave him the blade commission for Lucerys. Yes, it was my duty. It was but my duty. Yeah. Thank you, Hope. After that, we switch over to King's Landing, to the battlements. We see the soldiers doing whatever they're doing. And we see the first time a dragon, anti-dragon, I guess, air defense gun or longbow. And I thought it was kind of cool.
Didn't we see one of those in season 1?
I know we saw them near the end of Game of Thrones, but this, of course, is before. So this is the first time we actually, in the universe, see one of those. And I thought it was kind of cool, guys. A scorpion, thank you. Did you guys love it where, they're all on alert and all of a sudden they see a dragon and they're like, oh, battle stations. And they all get ready like, hey, dude, it's Aemon. I love that, the whole idea that they're frightened themselves, even though they have friendly air cover. They almost took them out. Friendly fire.
Yeah.
I just thought that lent a bit of real. Yeah, never mind. It's just Vhagar. Yes. I did like the reality, though, on how it's like, hey, it could be the enemy. So that was cool. And then we have the scene where the king, which I thought was kind of cool, kind of real, the way he's looking at Helena, the gesture he makes. He's like, where is he? Come on. And she defends him. She goes, no, he shouldn't be doing this. Well, he's going to be the future king. And she says, but I'm afraid. I said, what? He's got to start doing this. I'm afraid. The rats. And they all just look at her and they just blew her off.
They all have to live with the fear of watching the skies. That is a fear that people didn't have in the beginning of the Game of Thrones. That is true. They did not, because there were not dragons.
Yeah, they did not. Like I said, I got it when Helena says about the rats. And I was like, okay, she is foretelling something. Yes, she is a mystery, Hope. Yeah, you are right about that.
I got a kick out of the handmaidens just kind of like looking around for rats.
Yeah, that's right. They did. It's,
they actually had extras in this episode.
They had rat extras. Yes.
That too. Oh, and the dog that the a-hole kicked.
Dude, okay. I had a long comment at the very end, and where is it? Let's see. I called him an SOB on that one. That was mean, dude, and it looked real to me.
My Susan said, I hope he gets it.
Yeah, I hope it was an animated dog because it looked real. And I just didn't really care.
I'm sure. Oh, the sticker's kind of coming off from the dishwasher.
He was a dog fighter. What'd you all expect him to do? He don't care about dogs. Yeah, that's right. Hi, Ozer. Thanks for joining us. If you guys have any comments, please let us know. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trekking Across the Universe, House of the Dragon review show, Season 2, Episode 1, A Son for a Son. That's Greg down there. This is Roger. And of course, I'm sorry, Lord what? Who are you? Lord Greg?
Lord Gregor.
Lord Gregor. I'm the Hand of the King.
I'm naming Gaelic and Norse and most Germanic languages.
I think Michael will like this one. I'm not the Hand of the King. I'm the catcher's mitt for the king.
I don't know. I've had a pretty good spring and summer so far.
I'm glad you beat me to the punch on that one, Michael.
I wasn't sure if you could do it.
It looked like I could, but let's just go ahead and move on. So yeah, this is the catcher's mitt right here. So it's all good.
Okay, did I put up this one? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
You did. Okay. A little bit after that, then we see Alicent is being attended by Sir Kristen Cole. Sir Cole yeah, he's doing his business. And then, they're having a conversation, and she finally says, we cannot. He's looking at her again. Are you telling me no? Or are you saying we're going to again? That's how I genuinely think. And then we see something that happens attended.
That's the way
Yeah,
he was with
he was
Rhaenyra too. It's like, oh, we can't do this, and then they have 3 kids together.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Yes, it was attended. Well, she was being attended to. Hey, that's what Sir Kirsten called.
I was actually kind of curious how you were going to handle certain aspects of the show.
Oh, really, Greg? Greg, Michael's a good influence upon me, and most of the time I kid around about that stuff, but dude, we dodged some bullets because of Game of Thrones. I mean, how could we discuss some of that stuff? Oh man, yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna have humor in there. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I did appreciate how when he dressed, he wasn't able to put his cape on, and she still dressed him. So
that was interesting.
Okay, in which
some
one?
body language there that like he was like kind of almost putting her in her place.
Sure, Gregor. I'm missing that. Tell me.
I mean, he didn't like, oh, I can't do this by myself. Would you help me? He was like, he like expected her to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was putting her into a subservient role, and I thought that was interesting.
Yes, there was a lot of complexity to that. Yes, where even though he offered it, she still did it. The attending scene. Okay. That was worse than the Arya season for me. Okay, fair enough. Well, if we were there, we were going to get a lot of different odors shortly when they had the funeral. But right after that, we see a scene where the rat catcher is introduced to us. And then we have the meeting of the small council. Hightower, the Hanazar, King Aegon, who brings his son along, Alicent, and ministers Sir Tylan Lannister as Master of Coin and Aelin of Hill. Hope, what does Aelin of Hill, what's his job? Lord Gregor, Michael, do you know?
I do not know.
I forget what the positions on the small council
Was he
were.
Master of Ships?
Well, I thought that was somebody from.
Or was he the coin? Who was the coin?
The guy that was sitting on the end next to the little kid.
Oh, okay. Oh, who was talking to the kid?
Yeah.
You know what? Lannister was talking to the kid. Now, Hope says he's just one of the ship workers, so okay, yes, and he's lowborn. Now, Hope also said it shows that they've done it before. She knew what to do. Yeah, you're right. Because he just turned around, and she just, you're right. That is good for both of you. Gregor.
Also, we're talking about a civilization where hygiene's poor, and they probably don't have mouthwash. So I'm sure everybody knows what's going on.
They're coming.
I'm sorry if you guys hear the dogs. It's freaking me out. The fisheye on the
iPad. Sailor from Driftmark. Okay.
Okay, got it. Let me see if I can get back into StreamYard now. See if they fixed it.
Are we gonna get you in stereo on 2 feeds?
Hopefully not, sir. I'm hoping to blot out the dogs right now.
But you never can tell. The dogs like to attack and take.
Oh yeah, sorry. You guys can tell. I had the blood draw done today. No,
you're already getting sun this year. I haven't. It's still early up here. I'm white.
Oh no! I'm in a blood draw. No, you get sorry.
Oh no, I can see the top of your arm is darker though already.
Well, that's reassuring. Thank you, sir. So they were talking about the bad news. The blockade is streaming King's Landing, and they must play the board that is presented to us. So said, we don't mind the doggos. Thank you. Aemon recommends taking a toehold in the Riverlands, and Lord Tully will raise my banner or have his lands burned. The young kids want to attack. The older folk don't want to move that quickly. Have you guys gotten that?
Yeah, they're more cautious.
Is it cautious
Plans
because they're
within
really
cautious, or maybe plans within plans, or something?
there's a scene a little bit later where Hightower tells Aemon, he said, dude, I hope you're not planning stupid stuff that the king doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not reassuring. Oh, yeah. What did you all think about Aeon telling the low folk his war plans? He told one of them, don't worry about it. I plan on burning it down soon. Yes. That was when the king is introduced. Oh, yeah. Actually, that was going to be up a little bit later. Yeah. Alicent meets with Lord Strong, the clubfoot, who tells her that he's cleaned out everyone. And I loved his line, something to the effect of, they no longer breathe the air that we breathe. I was like, ooh, you're dead. All of them are dead. I was like, I did appreciate that. And then Alicent she's bathing, and she just cannot clean herself enough. It's a mental thing. I don't know how much it was, but she tells everyone to get away. And you notice she stayed scrubbing in just one spot. For me, that was a stressful moment. She wasn't necessarily cleaning. It's like she was trying to rub something really bad out, but it was more up here.
Hmm.
You guys have any thoughts on
Melissa
that?
stepped away during that one. I missed that.
No, I
Is that
remember
what
her
you
doing
called
that.
me, Michael?
I didn't even do that, but I think that's a good assumption.
It was on. She stayed on there, and she was scrubbing it real, and she wouldn't go. She wouldn't go anywhere else. Being a guy, I was like, "Where else are we going?"
Lord
right
Strong
there. That's why I
touch her?
noticed that. I'm sorry.
Did Lord Strong like touch her shoulder or something? Because those two have a strange relationship too. It's like she's disgusted by him, but she like.
Oh, let's see.
Oops. Did Roger leave us? Did
Okay.
Greg leave us? Greg's still here.
No, I'm here. I was just reading Hope's note.
Yeah.
It takes me a
how he
little longer
personally
without the
hand
readers.
selected the new handmaidens. He is jealous because he knows she is doing Sir Criston. She feels dirty for sinning with Sir Criston. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah. No,
very
I was
loyal
thinking maybe
to her
it was
faith.
something with
She
Strong.
feels dirty for laying with Sir Criston. Okay.
Yeah, she may. She could, I'm sure afterwards. Sorry.
No. Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Yeah, but I also know that she's like really unsettled by Strong as well. Even though she shows him her ankles.
Hmm. Yeah, that's another show I've heard that they talk about that too.
But yeah, no, she's all sorts of messed up too. I mean, that's like one of the things about this show. It's like so few of the characters have any redeeming qualities. Like everybody's some sort of messed up.
Yeah, they really are. And if they're not at the beginning, they sometimes become that way.
Yes.
So, which is a shame, but
it's like even characters I like Rhaenys, she's got a mean streak.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to cross her.
Yep. Well, we also had the king hearing. No, I forget what they call it, but when the common folk come in to petition.
Oh yes, to air their grievances and
Yes.
what they would like. That was interesting. I thought he wanted to do everything for everybody, and
Right. And he kind of like, kind of showed that he really had no clue every time, his grandfather had to lean over and say, "Hey, we're going to need all those sheep to feed the dragons. You can't keep giving them away."
yeah,
Oh yeah, the death of Luke.
that was serious. She feels overall unclean, wants to wash away everything.
Oh yeah, she would have known about that by now. Yeah.
Yeah, there is speculation going on that Lord Strong is a warg. Not sure where they are getting that, but wanted to let you know the speculation.
Ooh, like maybe he sees through the rats.
Maybe.
That would be really
interesting.
cool, actually.
That would be very interesting.
That would be really cool. I always thought that was something they didn't build on well enough during Game of Thrones, because in the books, a lot of all the kids were connected with their wolves.
Yes.
But in the show, they only had Bran exhibit it.
That's true. Yeah.
Even in the later books, George R.R. Martin there didn't. I don't think he took advantage of it as well as he could have for like Rob and Arya.
Mm-hmm. Something about the crippled being more prone to having powers.
Oh, interesting. Kind of like Dean Koontz. Yeah, interesting.
And then that would, kind of say what you were just saying about Bran. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah, who knows? That's kind of interesting. But I don't know.
That's something to watch for. Might actually keep me glued to the season if something like that happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hope, is there anything else? I don't know if Roger's going to make it back or not. So, Hope, is there anything else you wanted you to bring up? And then we could, hail to all your glorious knowledge. Or was there something else you wanted to bring up, Greg?
Well, I didn't take notes, and I had.
Well, neither did I. So that's why I'm saying it's like I only saw it once,
So,
and I'm just trying to.
I mean, I pretty much just came on because he said that Justin wasn't going to be here.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Talk about the dragons. They up
what
the set.
What were your thoughts about Helena giving up the son without question? She could have lied, but she protected her daughter. Yeah.
Or did she? I had trouble telling the kids apart.
Yeah. Well, so did they. So, but
the something, she with her foresight or her weirdness, there was something about that, because I mean, she went to Allison's chambers.
Oh yeah, she went right there. Yeah. A new view.
So now we're on the phone?
No, I'm still on my iPad. Sorry.
Oh, you just had to turn around. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm having so much trouble. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I think we're almost done, actually, Roger. So, yeah, and Hope says, yeah, it was the boy. Yes, that's what.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We might find out, if she gets called out as to why she gave up the boy and not the girl. Maybe she knew something about the cruelty of the Targaryens because of her foresight.
Yeah, that was a decision, Petra. That is very true. She could have gone to Aemond, Aegon, or her mother. She chose her mother. Her loyalty is with her mother.
Yep. Unfortunately, the captain of the Kingsguard was there.
Yeah, there you go. We won't
Which
discuss that
they
anymore.
just said we couldn't again.
But didn't they say that multiple times?
Well, maybe he meant that specific activity
Or that day.
because of the lack
For
of
the love of
mouthwash.
God.
Yeah, Roger's going.
No,
he
I'm just
has-
gonna have
that's
another
why he's
drink.
getting more to drink.
Am
And
I
then he
am
freezes,
I
you know,
am I
that's what's
pushing the
great.
limits on propriety for you, Roger?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I just don't have an answer for you. She went to Allison because she was the closest one. That was it. But understanding, yeah, there is a reason that she went to her first.
Yeah.
And she had to travel a long way too to get there. Wasn't like it was right next door. I mean, it was a ways away.
Now it looked like that whole part of the castle was virtually empty.
Yeah.
What is it with the female in the show and Sir Kristen Cole? He is like Podrick from the last season. All the ladies love him. Yeah. Hey, while Rhaenyra, she chose him. Remember early on?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he is like Podrick.
Yeah. Good for him, I suppose. Lucky bastard. Yeah, well, some people. Maybe he has I wonder how many kids he has actually already in the Empire. And they're just supposed to be loyal, that they can't do anything, but
You're there. The Meister
he's
has
violated that. Well, pardon the
special
pun. Yeah, he has violated everything.
They are under the false illusion that they are safe, which is why it was not heavily guarded inside the castle. They think the fear of Hagar will keep them at bay. They were so wrong.
Definitely.
No one thought of going in through the toilet, folks. The only one that goes into the toilet is the rat catcher. I mean, the sewers. He went through the sewer system, and he had to know where to go. Remember, the royalty, they're higher up, where none of them can go anyway. But yeah, you did walk in the empty corridors and just pick a door. So, yeah, I guess it wasn't that well defended.
No, that was a secret. That was like a secret back way. That was like servants' entrance type places.
Yeah.
That he was using. He knew his way around. He just knew a different rat catcher worked the royal household.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't even think that was Aemon's child. I think Helena slept with Aemon, and that is his son. I'm like, oh, man. I never gave that thought. Wow. Man. Everyone messes with everyone here. Jeez.
Yeah, and they don't have DNA tests yet, so or we don't think they do. So,
dude,
that's
remember
right,
what happened?
There was a scene where like Aemon was like getting a little rapey with her, like verbally anyway. In the last season, maybe.
Oh, good catch, Hope. It's very possible.
I was really hoping he was going to get that guy is like evil.
Now, remember in season 1, look at who Rhaenyra married, and her first 2 boys. Hey, there no DNA test, Michael. They didn't DNA test to know what was going on there.
No, they did not. But
No, it was a big part of that. I mean, the accusations of it were all over the place.
Yeah, but she was a crown princess, so. If it is, Aemon's about to lose his mind. Yeah. I forgot about that, Hope. Aemon said he would do his duty if he were to be married to Helena. I missed the time.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I miss too much. I'll tell you.
But anyway, even though the show's a lot more soap opera-y than
But-
adventure-y, this season does shape it up to be interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and
It
certainly
does.
not
Did you guys talk about when-
disappointing in the surprise deaths and.
No. You guys talk about the intro of King Aegon? When his little minions were walking, they're saying, King Aegon this, King Aegon, the magnanimous, whatever. And he says,
Oh, that,
magnanimous."
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. It's like he's like, and also
Yeah,
it's
magnanimous.
like he didn't want, it's like I don't want to, he was kind of like goofing on it himself because he didn't even want to be king.
Oh, he must have a show and tell. Maybe. I don't know. Or he's going out to take care of the doggies. I don't know. Feed them, give them water. I don't know.
Are you all right, Roger? Live streaming, folks.
And no, I didn't. Hopefully Greg did. Did y'all pay attention to all the name Alicent said while lighting candles?
Oh, I missed that.
I missed that too. Let's see if Roger picked that up. Maybe he's going to bring in the dogs.
They're
Or
not his
other
dogs,
things.
are they?
I don't know. He's gone. He's gone. So I don't know.
Well, Hope, are you going to enlighten us?
Yeah, I mean, Hope, I don't think Roger knows.
This could be an interesting
Either.
point of the show that I totally missed.
Hope must take pages and pages of notes.
I'm glad she did. I didn't. I'm here and I didn't.
That's why I invited her on.
Well, you called me halfway through the show.
I
so
know I
did.
did. I'm so bad. The first name was her mother, then her late husband, then Lysiris.
Oh.
Oh, that is all in my
Overhead.
head. No
Good for
note.
you.
Oh my. Now I'm really impressed. Hope asked us, Roger, did you all pay attention to the name Alicent said while lighting candles?
I know one of them was Luke. Okay. I didn't get his name was her mother, then her late husband. Okay. Yeah, she did mention Luke. I know that. I didn't get the other two.
Yeah. No note taking. Despite being her enemy, she lit a candle for Luke.
It's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, also, I think I got the impression from the
nephew.
look on, was it Aemon's face that he didn't intend for Luke to be killed, but the dragon sure as hell did.
Yeah.
I think he
you can
kind of
see the
lost
shock.
control of his dragon there a little bit, and because the look on his face was like, "Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen." Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you would admit. And I appreciate that, Hope. I didn't know the other two. I kind of thought one was Aegon, but I was having difficulty hearing it even with the volume.
I just remembered
And folks,
Viserys.
Yeah, I did hear Luke's name. That one I did catch. The other
I missed the first name and the last name.
Mm.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. The reason why I stepped out is because you know I'm all attention because there is something that is in here. People have seen it behind me in numerous programs. And I heard the first time I heard the fence, the wire gate open, and that unnerves me. So I went out. I didn't see it. I heard it again. This time it was this fence over here that was being opened. So I apologize.
See, I thought you were just going to bring in the dogs for show and tell.
No, there's a little rat dog for me to try to catch it, especially in the physical. No way. When Ellison was offering the votive candles for both, I play at candle.
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
While
you're breaking up. We didn't hear any of that, Roger, at all.
Nope.
Nope. And you're frozen.
Oh yeah. So ignoring Roger and paying attention to Hope, her comment definitely. Lord Hightower is very political, and he wants everyone to just hold back and plan it out, whereas Eamon's he just wants to take action. So he does not give a rat's behind about that guy.
Yeah,
I have a feeling something may happen to him anyway. He seems to be losing control over the small council, and although he has the ear of the king, he's
yeah, he's losing it. Yeah. And then Hope says, "You do realize when ghost spirits are nearby, your electronics will glitch out, right?" Yeah, I know, and Roger tries not to think about that, but
I just figured I hadn't booted my computer all week, and it was probably trying to update stuff.
Well, it was probably Roger just experiencing his friends that are visiting him right now. So. But anyway,
it's all disturbances in the electrical field.
Yeah, that's about all I have. I'm gonna say, unless Roger comes back in the next 20, well, there he goes. As soon as I say it, he comes back.
But is he?
Well, maybe he's not.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
don't forget about the side conversation. Yeah, well, I just said if he didn't come back in 20 seconds, I was going to call it. But this is what she. Don't forget about the side conversation with King Aegon and Lord Strong. He is setting the idea in Aegon's head that he has to be different and will need to remove his grandfather as the hand
too.
And put him in his place.
That too, definitely. So, I'm not sure Strong would be maneuvering to be the hand, but, I think he enjoys being the Master of Secrets or whatever he is. And...
Well, speaking of the Master of Secrets, so it looks like Roger is really having troubles with his friends behind him.
Yeah, he's definitely in some sort of temporal distortion.
Yeah, he really is. So
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Just that time, that was it. And now you're gone again.
Try cutting your video out again, Roger.
Hello.
Yeah, audio is still off.
Yeah, audio is still not doing well. Hope says
definitely.
Lord Strong is
Okay,
basically
I'll
Littlefinger.
Oh, no, I hear you now. So Lord Strong is definitely Littlefinger in this series. He is definitely, if not named, he is definitely the Master of Secrets.
Yeah. Well, I am actually, since Roger's having so much trouble, I am going to call this show tonight. But please join us next week. And if we have anything from episode 1 that we want to talk about again that we missed this time, we will talk about it next Monday evening. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And if you're over in the UK, that would be 1 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday. So if I counted right, or did I? No, I did not. Sorry, 2 a.m. Sorry about that. So 2 a.m. So hopefully we'll get some of our UK friends to come in to wake up in the middle of the morning just to come and see us. That's always nice. But everyone, take it easy, and we'll see you next week for episode 2, season 2 of House of the Dragon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Cheers.